no connection. Connection is business.
What's up, guys? I'm Craig Jones. I guess I'm a professional grappler. I'm originally from Australia, but right now I'm training in New York City at Renzo Gracie Academy with John Danaher, and we're all preparing for the ADCC World Championships in September. I originally got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when I was about 15, when in Australia they started releasing some UFC DVDs. So I started watching MMA, and that was originally my aspirations to get into MMA training. But when I started, we didn't really have, well, MMA was illegal in Australia. It stayed illegal for quite a while, I think until like 2009, 2010. So over that course, I really just focused on grappling, because we did have grappling competitions. And over time, the MMA dream fell away, and I just pursued grappling. So today's training really focused on a lot of ADCC focused stuff. So obviously every grappling tournament has their own rule set, and it has their own set of judging. Whereas ADCC at September has a heavy wrestling focus. So today, probably 75% of the moves were focused on wrestling exchanges. And what we do at Renzo Gracie and John's class is we have no warm-up. We basically get straight into the technique. We use the technique to warm up. So that's different. A lot of traditional gyms have a big warm-up, a very Brazilian style, forward rolls, back rolls, super escapes, warm-up. Here we start off with the drills, and then we get straight into positional sparring. So another thing this gym does differently is lots and lots of positional sparring. So just about every day we're going to spar from mount, we're going to spar from closed guard, from turtle position. Sometimes we spar from the armbar position or the saddle position. So really, when you come to a gym like this, you can't be too one-dimensional, because when the class begins, you're going to be stuck in bad positions. Whereas a lot of gyms, if you're the better guy, you never get put in those positions. So for me coming here, it's been a bit of a wake-up call in my defensive grappling. So definitely that's one of the pluses, the bonus of training at John's class. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has progressed obviously very, very far. We've had the gi World Championships going on for over 20 years now. But within the gi, there's really not too many professional grapplers. The only opportunity you had was to win some world championships, hopefully do some seminars, open a gym and make most of your money from your academy. But over the last few years, probably around the time Meta Morris began, no gi grappling has really progressed, and these days we actually have, probably only in the last couple of years, professional grapplers. So guys that don't even really need to teach, they can just live off sponsorship money and prize money from grappling competitions. So I guess that's the biggest progression in the last couple of years. It's actually a fan base that supports no-gi grappling. Polaris is a very, very high-level tournament. Obviously focuses heavily on the UK grappling scene, but over the years they've put on some of the, I guess, the greatest grappling matches in history, really. I guess one of the most watched grappling matches is probably Polaris against Gary Tonin. So what Polaris has done for the sport is obviously elevated again to a higher level of professional grappling. And Polaris has been around for quite a few years now. So a lot of grappling promotions come and go. They have some big shows, they fall apart, but Polaris has actually stayed very strong for quite a while now.